Jeff Wybo.
Jeff Wybo.
Jeff Wybo.
Jeff Wybo's hair.
This is Jeff Wybo.
What's up, guys? Jeff Wybo here. Oh, hi guys. Jeff Wybo here. Hey, how's it going? Jeff Wybo here. What? I'm just writing offers. Oh, shit, sorry. Come to OREC.
OREC 2018.
OREC 2018.
OREC 2018.
Ontario Real Estate Conference 2018. What is OREC? It's something that we just put on the internet and you guys are all coming to it. It's fantastic.
2016.
2016.
2016 was kind of a year of first for us. It was when we first met. It was Jeff's first year being a realtor. It was my first year really being a full-time-ish real estate investor.
So we decided to put on a tour. A limo.
The limo experience. A limo tour?
The limo. It's always an exciting day on the Weibo limo tour. We have over 40 investors on the limo tour, and we're going to be seeing over $10 million worth of property.
2017.
Oxford Street. Weibo sale.
Today, me and Jeff were shooting our MLS meetup, and this was one of the properties that popped up. So you can see Jeff's just getting us keys now. What is up, YouTube? Matt McKeever here, and we've got a special video for you guys today. We're trying something new out on the channel. We're trying these compilation videos. So if you haven't been paying attention, I've been doing this YouTube thing for a little while now. Actually over 4 years, so quite a little while. And one of the first people on my YouTube channel, in fact, he was in the very first video that wasn't just all Matt McKeever on my YouTube channel, which was the Weibo limo tour, Jeff Wybo. You guys know Jeff Wybo. He does the limo tours. He's partnered with me on almost every business I've got. We've done a lot together over the 4 years. It's actually crazy. There's way too much. We couldn't do it all in one video, but we wanted to at least put together some of the highlights. You know, Jeff did OREC with me, the Vegas Entrepreneur Experience, OREC 2019, so many mastermind events over the years. I don't even know, dozens maybe of limo tours. We've definitely rented dozens of limos at this point in time. It's absolutely amazing. And it all started just by one connection on one website. And that website was essentially the American Cashflow Tribe. So if you guys haven't heard of Cashflow Tribe, I'm going to throw a link in the video description down below. It's my education company. But essentially, it's just what I wish I would have had 10 years ago. But anyways, today is all about just Jeff Wybo, showing you guys some of the best clips and moments of my times with Jeff. And let us know in the comment section, what moments do you think we missed? Because there's way too many. We couldn't put it all in one video, but these are at least some of our favorite videos. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. Hey guys, Matt McKeever here. So I can't help but notice you haven't been sharing my videos a lot. I mean, it's super easy to share them. You're watching one of them right now, and right below this video, right below, you can share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Reddit, on YouTube, on any of the social medias you're using. And that gives me a huge bump in my views. And so seeing how you guys aren't sharing, it makes me feel that there's something wrong with me, isn't it? It's me. You guys are embarrassed. It's because I'm always so disheveled, spoken, that I'm always stumbling over my own words, isn't it? I'll change. I promise I'll change, guys. I promise I'll change for you if you share these videos. Honestly, look, I'm willing to change right now.
Hey guys, Jeff Wybo here. Hello YouTube. How's it going? We're going to be talking about me today, so perfect. How do you start? How do you get out there? It's not easy. Did you even have a team? I did and didn't. Listen to the experts out there and not listen to the people that aren't experts. As much as they may love you, they could be giving you bad advice sometimes. Expert, Matt McKeever. Make sure you listen to that guy. I think we'll roll back all the way to about 2008 when I started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, getting myself into that mindset of and really becoming obsessed with passive income. That was my main goals as a real estate investor early on. And to tell you the truth, I didn't know what vehicle I'd be using. Now it is real estate investing. I just I wanted to do something that was gonna make me money while I sat on a beach. Some of us might know what my background is. I was in the military, Canadian military, and I've traveled around the world personally and with the military. You have a lot of time to yourself sometimes when you're deployed. I had done 2 tours to Afghanistan, and anytime I wasn't working, you know, we brought books over. There was no e-readers back then, so lots of heavy books, and we'd go through them, and it was full of a lot of alpha males, a lot of guys that wanted to win a lot. So it was always about fitness and making money, and the Canadian government gave us a lot of money when we were deployed. Well, Maybe not at today's standards, but back then when I'm in my young 20s, it was a lot of money. So that's a little bit of the way that I was able to get amounts for down payments. Plus, pre-2008, I was always saving. Knew I wanted to make my money always work for me at the time. I think every single person needs, it might not be go to Afghanistan, but if you look at Matt's, the Dylans, everybody in the London network here who has got their start in real estate investing, there was a sacrifice somewhere. They grinded somewhere. So for me, it was 445 days in Afghanistan, where I came home with tax-free money, and on my second time home, well, actually, while I was in Kabul, the last 2 months, it would have been around January 2012. I was talking with my friend Sean out of Calgary about what I should be doing, and he was currently buying in London and branching out to Calgary, buying income properties, and I thought this was very interesting. But I was coming home. Well, we started talking a little bit about potentially joint venturing on something. So these were new words to me. I didn't know what it meant per se. I had being away for a good 2 to 3 years. I didn't have an apartment. I was still living the residence or address was with the parents. I needed a place. I got home and I needed a place to live, and I started out looking for that lifestyle which I thought I wanted. A penthouse in London, Ontario, and a flashy car, and all the things that I thought was going to make me happy. Continuously talking to Sean, and he said, well, why not get a place and rent it out and live for free? And I thought, wait a minute, this is amazing. Just buy a place, have everybody else pay my mortgage. This is perfect. And really, I was an amateur real estate investor at the time. Now, other people were telling me, buy this place, buy that place. I kept listening to Sean, who a strong knowledge from the Real Estate Investment Network, and he had done the spreadsheets, everything I didn't know about, and he ran a triplex for me, and he says you could live in the 2-bedroom and rent out the other 2 3-bedrooms and live for free, and then one day you could move out and this whole place would cash flow perfectly. There was this big purpose-built triplex on St. George Street in London, Ontario. It was on the MLS on a Friday, and they were going to be taking offers. Now, unfortunately, my grandmother had passed away that weekend, and I flew to Thunder Bay for her funeral, and with any hopes of seeing St. George gone because they were taking offers that weekend, and I hadn't even been in yet. Maybe it was my grandma giving me one more chance, because she was always supporting me when I was younger, that they pushed all the offers till Monday, and we had flown back to London, Ontario, and I was in there Monday, and I had about 3 hours to make an offer. I barely knew what an offer was, to tell you the truth. The real estate agent at the time told me I was very calm writing the offer, and I said, well, I'm not being shot at, so it's not that bad. So, and he was very impressed. Now, here's the thing. There was plenty of action on this property, purpose-built triplex. It turns out, my realtor tells me that there were 7 offers on the property. Well, 6 offers, and I was going to be the 7th. And I didn't know. Well, that's a pretty big multiple offer scenario in London, Ontario, especially for purpose-built. So what I did was, through calculations, I came up with a number. I got to get back in it, but it was $17,000 over asking, and it was still cash flow for me. This was based off with Sean's help, going over the spreadsheets. 17 over asking, and my realtor said to me, well, it was a good try, but you're not going to get this one. I'm really impressed that your first offer you did 17,000 over asking. And I was like, oh, sure, no problem. And then, well, he calls me and he says, well, it's down to you and one other guy. Can you close May the 7th? And I'm like, sure, why not? Like, what else am I doing, right? So now this came with a lot of problems too, so don't think on your first one everything's going to go completely smooth. I had a vacancy over the summer. It was still okay because I had a lot of capital. Today, would I purchase it like that? Maybe not, or I would have had better strategies. I quickly hired a management company to help me because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I ended up firing them later on because I became more comfortable with showings, and like I thought I could do a better job and get a higher rent. But then another interesting story is I thought the whole process was supposed to be accurate and everything, and the leases that I was purchasing with the current tenants were supposed to be accurate because it went to a lawyer, right? So I have a lease with 3 names on it. I knock on Unit 3's door and I say, "Where is Sabrina?" "Oh, she lives in Vancouver." I said, "Where is Sally?" "She lives in Halifax." And then one girl says, "Well, I'm Hannah," and I got one Hannah on the lease. And then this is Amanda. We pay $425, not $1,200 and change, $1,275. And this is the way it's been. And I quickly was backing up as the landlord, being like, "Oh, I guess this is the way it is," and calling my realtor, and he was ready to say, "Well, it's yours now, figure it out," pretty much. So I had no real support there. Luckily, they were gone in 4 months, and I was able to rent out for a higher rent and slowly get people into my main floor, Unit 2, and live for free in my basement. And throughout that time, I picked up contracts here and there with the Army, with other actual renovators, and learning some tools with my tools of the trade with Dean, my buddy at Right Renos. It's not advertised, so don't tell him I put this on YouTube.
The point of this video was to just kind of discuss 2016, because 2016 was kind of a year of first for us. It was when we first met, which was in February of 2016, and the way we met was because I posted on biggerpockets.com, and I just kind of posted on BiggerPockets looking for fellow London, Ontario real estate investors. And at that time, it wasn't very active there, and I think that a lot of what happened for both of us in 2016 can literally be pinpointed to this one action of posting and just kind of putting yourself out there and trying to network. So the way me and Jeff kind of got introduced to each other was through Sam.
Sam Sador. If you're buying in Kitchener, make sure to call me and I'll just get the sale. No, call Sam. And Sam, a Real Estate Investment Network member, young guy, hustler out there, and he's on biggerpockets.com, and I had not heard of this. And Sam was on it, and Matt had posted his thing, and Sam just funneled my name over to Matt, and I had got your contact info, gave you a call, and you were super confident to work with me for eternity.
So up until that point, I'd already been buying real estate for 5 years before meeting Jeff. But throughout those
I was a brand new realtor.
Which I didn't even know until later.
Because I'm such a good liar now.
Just that confidence and suaveness, But
where did we meet?
So we met at the London Club.
Yes.
But so the reason I was so gun shy, perhaps, with getting a new real estate agent was, up until that point, I never had a good relationship with a real estate agent. They were always very transaction oriented, where I needed someone that was relationship based, someone that was going to be willing to look at 100 properties with me, put in 10 offers, and have 1 commission, right? And that's very rare.
$1,000.
Yeah. And so like a lot of real estate agents, they'll show you 5, 10 properties, but then it's like, okay, Matt, it's time to buy now. Which of the 5 or 10 I just showed you are you going to buy? Mm-hmm. It's so rare that I can look at 10, know for sure that one of them is going to be.
Well, and it came, so in our first meeting, I focused on talking about real estate investing and not necessarily being a realtor. One, I didn't know how to be a realtor. I only knew how to do real estate investing. So it was very easy. So when you had asked me, like, are you a realtor or a real estate investor? And I said I was a real estate investor because that's where my portfolio was. Yes, I got my license, and I did want $1 million listings, and I potentially will still be there one day. So we decided to put on a tour we didn't know how it was going to pan out. The first one was, we put a lot of effort into it. We've done 3.
Jeff was super stressed.
No, I was stressed.
Oh, was it the second one?
Second one I was a bit more stressed because we were running out of properties because things kept selling to bad investors.
The summer was getting hot.
And, but the first one, we put in a lot of effort, a lot of studying, producing the packages, a lot of people ask me a lot too, like, is there like champagne? You do champagne in a limo? And I could, it's not, but like the clientele we're getting, it's not, that wouldn't be the value really. Yeah. The limo's great also because on the bus, we sat so far apart. I don't think I sat beside you. And how do we chat about property X that we just saw? The limo is a mini office going to and from each property.
Yeah.
Then we look out the windows and we're at the next property, and we've been like studying the notes in the limo, and people are quickly asking questions back and forth, and I don't know, the camaraderie's there at the end of the day.
It just creates so much more engagement, and there's so much value there. But I think in addition to that, what's also valuable and unique about the limo experience is that an investor that goes on a property bus tour, I think, will tell fellow investors about the property bus tour. But an investor that goes on a limo tour, I think they're just going to tell people that they went on a limo tour.
It's a lot easier to bring them out onto that.
Yeah,
and then maybe they get to see what he's up to, or vice versa.
It's more of an experience,
yeah,
right?
Like, we had moms come out.
Yeah.
Kathy, like Kathy's a real estate investor, but it's like Adam's parents.
Yeah, parents came out, and
are they the like absolute real estate investor? And no, and they never will be. But they get to see what their son's doing, or they are potentially the money partners or stuff like that, right? So I don't know, the limo, it gets a lot of social media hype.
Well, and it also is good for that, where we definitely would get less exposure if we were doing it with a bus. Literally, people would share it less. People would be less
we showed up to properties. I think it was on the second or first one, and like another realtor was showing his client.
Because that's another property we put an offer on. Yeah, on Maitland.
We offered on Maitland. So we showed up on Maitland. That's a story.
That is a whole story.
We showed up. Another agent was at the property with his client, and I walked out of the limo with 10, 12 real estate investors with their binders. And just think about that, what the seller thinks about any offer came from this party versus from that party, and then that party was not even going to attempt to offer because he thinks he'd be psychologically crushed by these 10 people over here.
That's probably kind of a funny way to start wrapping this up, is that we looked at over 100 properties together. We probably put in offers on 10. Now, the more we talk about it, the more we remember. And I bought 2 with Jeff. And he had the total value of those 2 would be $232,000 for those 2 properties. 4 units.
Are retired.
Which, like, that shows you that's the relationship oriented. And at the same time, I'd like to think that I think both of us are very focused on at least always trying to give as much as you're taking, right? Mm-hmm. And so, like, I try and give by, like, helping promote on YouTube and stuff. But at the same time, it's one of those things where it feels good to do it when I know that I'm also pitching the best real estate investing real estate agent in London, Ontario. Like, there's no one else out there hustling the same way Jeff is. And so I think we're really excited for 2017. If you guys enjoyed these kind of random rants and ramblings of ours, tell us in the comment section, and we'll maybe do
get
this
better
monthly.
scotch though. This is pretty bad. So.
Jeff can start introducing me to good liquor, and we can go from there.
Better stories.
All right, thanks guys for taking the time to watch.
Follow us. Subscribe. This guy. Beat Matt Pichet.
Yeah, I'm still trying to beat Matt Pichet. It's going to be a hard climb to that 500.
If you're watching this 5 years from now, well, he's crushed them. So.
Hopefully. All right. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Dude, we're getting good at this.
I'm here with Jeff Wybo, and so we're going to be doing a new video today.
Oh, hi guys. Jeff Weibo here.
So this is going to be a new video series we're starting that's just going to be kind of focused on our social media hustle, and so it's just going to be a monthly program where we're going to document what we're doing on social media, what sort of strategies we're implementing, what sort of successes we're getting from those strategies.
It's all about social media, and 5 years from now, hopefully we'll be called geniuses. So.
Yeah, and I think real estate's still kind of getting new to this. Like, definitely I know a lot of the real estate agents I've dealt with, other than Jeff, they essentially have no social media presence whatsoever, or at most they have a dormant Facebook page where every now and then they post their most recent listing, but that's essentially their entire presence.
Leather open house. Come to my open house. Even though you just bought a house, my open house. Boring. A month ago, I got phone calls being like, "Hey Jeff, can we talk real estate?" I said, "Sure." I said, "How did you hear about me?" "Oh, I've been following you on Instagram for the last 6 months." And I said, holy moly. That sentence right there is the future. And if you're not on this, you're dead. And top agents do not have the presence. Maybe they will have their 40-year-old clients for the rest of their lives, 50-year-old clients. Maybe I'll never get those people. That's fine. But the young millennials, they're going to be on our teams out there. The young, hungry real estate investors looking up the hashtags for multifamily, London, Ontario, real estate and seeing our hustle. Let me just go back to the beginning, give you a bit of a history of our limo property tour. We went down to Kitchener in the summer for Sam Sadors, a realtor out of KWC, one of his property tours, and he did his property tour on a bus. And Matt and I carpooled down there, and it was an amazing day. How can we emulate this in London? Well, if anybody knows me being me, had to up the school bus, and we had to go for a limo. And then it was born, the limo property tour. We didn't know overly how it was going to go or who would show up or if people even liked it, but after the end of each one, everybody would ask, when's the next one? And people that couldn't come were always interested in going on the next one. As a realtor, a lot of people would ask me, like, what value do I get at the end of those tours? Like, am I sitting there after showing 6 properties in the limo, and am I sitting down and writing 6 offers? Well, sadly, no. So everybody's trying to be a negative and be like, well, why do you do these? The reason is, it gets people out there, it gets people talking. You can go and see the property with me anytime, but within the tour, you get a group. You get contractors, you get other investors, you can ask questions. You say, Matt and I are trying to do quite the team sport here. So that's what it's all about. However, there was quite an interesting story this summer. Matt and I had been to a fourplex on William Street a few months back, and we were running out of properties to go to on the property tour because unfortunately everything was being sold that we were gonna go view. We decided to add on this property on William Street late in the tour. Now this property is owner occupied. Hey, I'm bringing 10 buyers by. We met the actual owner, the seller of the property, because he lived in Unit 1, and he said, you just brought 10 buyers to my house. You've done more than my agent's done in 1 year, in an hour. And that really stuck with me. It's a lot of...
One life to live. Get it right. Let's take a ride. Kinda average, chasing green while cooking cabbage. Dreams of living lavish with bunnies or over carrots. Accumulating assets and everything that matters. Asian, I'm yellow with money, I'm looking like the Packers. I'm behind a cloud of smoke, before and after. Paragraphs explain visions my mind captures. Never scared when thinking of fear, it's not a factor. A lame and whoever wanna see me shatter. Speaking of weapons, what I'm packing scares away my shadow. All I need is my pen, nickname my double barrel. Hell of heaven and hell on earth, ready for battle. And everybody dies, so to me your life is borrowed. But what you do today will determine your tomorrow. So I'ma keep doing me and everything I follow. Holla, steady chasing for the dollars. I'm out searching for breads like orphans without a father. I'm a beast, still I see beauty in life. Eyes stand to look the same, but we nothing alike. Living in fear when death is something that we all share. I mean, the only fair habit.
This is like maybe $300 renovation or something.
That's amazing.
I got this at full price for $129. This countertop. Just painted the cabinets. They were just wood before. Put in the backsplash. I got this on Kijiji marble.
New lighting.
Nice.
It was a fan before.
This was just a disgusting fan, and I got this at Restore. Didn't have to do a ton of work. Honestly, most of the stuff I did was insulation work for the energy audit. I have to do a YouTube video on that.
I go hard. I got my 9 on me, grinding every day, do it till the morning. Tryna get paper. I gotta get paper. I gotta get mine. See, I got my 9 on me, grinding every day, do it till the morning. Tryna get paper. I gotta get paper. I gotta get mine. My mind's driven, living in a society where cats try to take you down and making viral reels.
Hey YouTube, did you know that I've got an education company? I'm gonna guess you didn't because a lot of you guys DM me asking if I do. So it's called Cashflow Tribe. You can go to www.cashflowtribe.com, check it out. You can sign up for a completely free membership. There's also a premium membership that has all kinds of great features you can unlock, but just go check out the free membership. You've got a calculator you can use online completely free. You've got Canada's most robust online forums for real estate investors, and you've got some great resources and some free, completely free courses that you can get. And all you need to do is sign up for your free membership. It's an amazing network of Canadian real estate investors, and I hope you guys go grab your free membership today.
Here's a big prediction for me. I'm going to say that guaranteed by the end of 2017 that my real estate investing strategy is completely different than what it was at the end of 2016.
We're live.
Sweet.
On camera
We're
over
on.
there.
We're in focus.
Yeah.
Like we're good to go. Hey guys, Matt McKeever here with,
Jeff Wybo.
and so we're just doing a kind of an update, a Q1 update of what's going on in the London real estate market. Also just going to talk about the sort of stuff we've had going on in the last couple of months. The last time we kind of touched base with you guys was at the end of December, where we just kind of reflected on the first year that was our focus on real estate, and it was Jeff's first year being a realtor. It was my first year really being a full-time-ish real estate investor.
Today's show, we got McAllen Gold. McAllen, if you're out there, we'd like a sponsorship. And speaking of the end of last quarter and into this quarter, the market is insane right now. How we were calm in December, taking our time with the market. London, those days are over right now. Maybe we'll see those again later, but so far, first quarter of 2017, insane roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Mostly hitting in February. And we're still trying to pinpoint what the cause is.
Yeah, and it's difficult because there is a bunch of different factors and influences, cheers, that could be causing this, right? Like we've had an extremely mild winter, and often like winter is something that pushes away a lot of buyers, and people usually don't buy in December, January, February. But this year that was not the case at all. They were all about buying.
Nobody hibernated, like you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it's huge. I noticed it last year as well. I remember doing showings right up to pretty much Christmas. I joked this year I wanted to do offers on Christmas Day. It is making the real estate market insane because nobody disappeared for 2 months. Everything's going crazy right now. It's a seller's market. You got property. It's
Yeah.
us as buyers, it's challenging right now.
It
So,
certainly is frustrating. The MLS, 6 months or a year ago, I don't think it was an amazing source of opportunities for a real estate investor, but it wasn't bad. It was still my primary channel, my primary funnel for finding good deals. Where now, you still have to be actively paying attention to the MLS, but it's difficult. Like recently, we've kind of had a running joke between ourselves that a property that's listed at an appropriate price, that's going to sell for 10% over asking cash. Mm-hmm. And so when we say cash, what we mean is we're having, I'm going to say traditionally out-of-town buyers coming into London, and they have no conditions. So they just buy it firm immediately. And oftentimes these guys are doing it sight unseen, where they've maybe just sent down their agent, or they're watching a video and they're determining it based off of that. And that's a completely different climate than what we're used to here in London.
Absolutely. In December, we could take 2 weeks. We could pick the seller's brain. We could think strategies, do our nice cover letters. Yeah. All the real estate tricks we were doing during that market are for after the first quarter here, we have to change our mentality. Those days are done. Your cover letter is not helping you when some Toronto guy's coming into London, Ontario and spending 10K over cash is what we're seeing. No, now you better have your home inspection done before you offer it. And it's also the norm. Every property in London right now, it's no offers until Sunday night at 6 or no offers until Monday at 7.
And literally only in a very select few cases was that happening last year, where now that literally feels like the norm, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Practicing.
Solid one. I'm good.
Okay. Hey guys, Matt McKeever here with
Dylan Walker.
Jeff Wybo.
And we're just doing our June 25th market update. So we just looked at the period from June 19th to June 25th. And we've just kind of gone through all our numbers. And again, like last week, we're going to do a little summary analysis for you guys. Dylan's going to jump into the sales.
Right on, guys. Yeah, so the sales for this week.
Talking about one recent sale, did you want to talk about 1390?
1390 Oxford Street.
Sale. Wybo sale.
So list 300, and it was 290 at one point, and they took $2,000 off during the negotiations, so 288. But last year it sold for 250, so nice little profit for the sellers who were the buyers last year, because I had bought and sold on the agent. And last year, I don't know, we do a bell for 2016, but good little comp for all the Fanshawe investors out there. It's for a 5-bedroom house, 288. So nothing too special about it, but the house touching Fanshawe College. So
until next time, thanks for taking the time to watch. I'm Matt McKeever.
Dylan McLaughlin.
Jeff Wybo.
And we'll see you next Monday.
Peace out.
Bye guys.
Hey guys, Matt McKeever here, just on Weathered Street, and earlier today me and Jeff were shooting our MLS meetup, and this was one of the properties that popped up. So you can see Jeff's just getting us keys now, and we're going to quickly run through it. I think this property has a lot of potential as a potential flip. It looks like it's got decent bones. It just looks like it's really been neglected for quite a while. You know, we can see that the landscaping's all crazily overgrown. And same from the front. There's like no curb appeal because you literally can't see the house. You can just see everything over here is so overgrown. It's crazy. It's like a jungle. But that's an easy fix. You just pay someone 20 bucks an hour. They'll clean this right up for you. Really simple. And you can see that a lot of the neighbors keep their property in a lot better condition, which is perfect. When you're looking at potential flip property, you definitely want to be buying one of the shittiest properties on the street. I think we got that
You want
here.
well manicured properties and you want to overpay. No, just
So yeah, let's jump into it and check this guy out. I forget, Jeff, was there a date for submission, or is this?
yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Afternoon.
Okay. We can see very dated kitchen here, but decent size. Jeff's gonna get lost just staring in the mirror, but really nice little like deck out onto that. This a little dated, but at the same time, you might actually just be able to like tidy this up, and people might like that almost. That chic.
Phone.
There you go.
That's a buy.
Business. Think about all the business you could do if you can't afford a Bluetooth headset. But yeah, this is what really attracted me when I originally saw the first photos. We can see here, like, these hardwood floors, this is really unfortunate, but it doesn't actually look that water damaged. I think this can be saved. So that's pretty easy. I think this, you tidy that up, that could actually look kind of cool here. Unfortunately, I would guess that this wall would be load bearing, so we probably can't just blow that out into the kitchen because that would make it so open. Well, I guess there's a staircase there, but yeah. So let's look at this bathroom a little bit more. Like, first thing, every bathroom I renovate, first thing I want to do is put carpet in the bathroom, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
That's number one.
I'm sure all the boys out there know why that's.
Yeah. Boom. But yeah, rotary 2 phone, eh? This guy was a baller in the day. There we go. So we can see an old beast of a furnace. Got a humidifier on it. Ceiling height's pretty good down here though, or at least in this part. Alright, cool. Let's get out of here. So absolute first impressions is the property definitely needs a lot of cosmetics. Structurally, I don't see anything that screams issues at first glance. I think, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, but you'd said the recent sale was around $215 for
205.
or 205. Okay, yeah. So 205. So let's say they're asking 146, I think, for this place, or 149. So we'll call it 150. So then, essentially, the way I'd want to approach a deal like this is, so I'm going to buy it for 150. I'm going to count on maybe being able to sell it for somewhere between 2 and 230, because the idea being that my property would be really up to snuff by the time I'm done, where that other property was just
nothing.
Yeah, it was just kind of you know, decent but nothing special. We are going to have to dig out some windows though if we want to add some bedrooms. We only got 2 up here right now. I'd mentioned earlier in the MLS video that usually you can turn a dining room into another bedroom, but just because of the layout of the property, unfortunately, you have to walk through the dining room here to get to the kitchen or the living room. And so you can maybe get cute and try and add a hallway, but it's going to really make it far more difficult, and it's probably going to get pretty costly. So I wouldn't want to do that per se. We definitely got some older windows too, not ideal. But again, not the end of the world. I think that there's potential here. Personally, I'm probably not going to jump on it just because I think the margins are a little tight. And unless the margins are great on small deals now, I just don't want to get tied up in them because it takes too much of my time, energy, and money. So this is probably a pass for me, but I don't think it'd be necessarily out of the question for someone in the network. The only thing is they are holding off offers until this weekend.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, so part part of the issue there is if this goes into multiples, all of a sudden this goes from potentially a decent deal to no deal at all. So the way I'd probably approach this is, you know, if I was desperate to get a project just because I want to keep my guys busy, I'd maybe go into asking, but realistically, what I'd rather see happen is essentially waiting until after their offer period, hope they got nothing.
And the problem is with these cheaper estate sales or bank sales, everybody and your mom is trying to become a flipper, so it'll push a lot of you out of making it a good buy.
And again, like we talked about earlier this morning, don't force a deal. Let the deals come to you, you know, like don't start like lying to yourself and being like, oh, like I could do all this labor and that'll save me 10 grand on the project. You still need to factor that in. You need to get paid for your time. But yeah, so anyways, we'll probably keep an eye out on this and we'll let you know what it sells for next week or the week after, depending on when the deal happens. All right, thanks guys. Bye.
Hey, how's it going? Jeff Wybo here, and you guys sick of those real estate conferences that are super boring and you know they're waiting for you to spend 20 grand at the back of the room? If you are, like myself, you guys got to be coming out to Ontario Real Estate Conference 2018, OREC 2018, that myself and Matt McKeever will be hosting. It's going to be in London, Ontario, May 26th, 27th. You know, we're different, all right? Let's go check out why we're different in the city here. We got different types of realtors, like for example, like we got Lindsay going on here. Lindsay, how's it going?
Jeff, I've already told you I'm in the middle of negotiating right now. I cannot talk to you.
Okay, well, you know, our realtors, we're not just sitting around talking all the time. They're texting each other, like, she doesn't want to talk to me, it's fine. She's probably like negotiating a triplex or something right now. Let's go check on Alexandra over here. How's it going, Alex? How's it going?
I'm just in the middle of making an Instagram video.
Sorry.
Hey guys, I want to tell you about OREC 2018. It's going to be an awesome event. You can do some great networking and learn why your realtor should be using social media. Come check it out. If you want to know what I think about OREC, just check out my Instagram, alexandra.d.graham.
Alright then, like I said, we are totally different than everybody else. We are constantly out there hustling, and like, this is why you guys need to come. We got private deals. We got Matt Pichet coming from Kitchener. We got Graham Steffen coming from Los Angeles. We got Meet Kevin coming from Los Angeles. YouTube stars. We got the Humble Wholesalers. Lindsay, have you seen Phil?
I think I saw him go down the hall.
Oh, okay. We'll check him out. So like, we got
for a while.
He's been there for a while. We got my brother Phil Weibo. He's been hosting the Weibo limo tour in London, Ontario. So you guys just gotta come on out. We're gonna be doing the limo tours in lots of cities. Where the heck is Phil? Phil. What?
I'm just writing offers.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Come to OREC.
Sorry, we're always doing something. So like Phil's just doing deals over there and he's telling you to come on to OREC. So hopefully we can see you there. Use the coupon code WYBO to save 25% out of your ticket. All right? We are different. We are hustlers. We want you to make money. Come on out, learn from us, network with us, and we're all gonna make some money together. See you guys there.
Hey guys, it's Matt McKeever and Jeff Wybo here. And so we're actually standing in one of Jeff Wybo's renovations right now.
A real renovation. I'm a real person and I'm doing this for real.
And that's our biggest complaint about real estate conferences, and that's the reason why we're doing OREC 2018, which is the Ontario Real Estate Convention here in London, Ontario. It's going to be filled with real people that are taking real action. We're tired of these gurus that make you run to the back to buy their coaching, to buy their seminar, to buy the next piece in the puzzle of their sales funnel, rather than actually helping you take real action. We're real investors. We're really doing this. This is really a renovation that's taking slightly too long. And you're going to get real insights from real people, and that's the best part. If you've never actually found a great deal, if you haven't found that 70 cents on the dollar opportunity, that's why you need to come to OREC. So, day before, it's less than 24 hours now.
This time tomorrow would be halfway done.
Halfway done the first day, for sure. And yeah, this is it, guys. This is like...
come together.
So as Jeff was saying, like, or throughout this video series, he's probably been talking about how this doesn't exist.
Yeah.
This is just something we made up.
I was like, what is OREC? It's something that we just put on the internet and you guys are all coming to it. It's fantastic.
We bought a $20 domain, did a $500 deposit, and this is it.
And our tickets to Mexico leave at what time tomorrow?
6 a.m.
So it's all coming together.
It's just like this.
Look at the amount of volunteers and staff going on right now.
This is a whole thing, right? We got a dedicated camera that's going to be capturing everything on the main stage. This is it.
Humble.
We got Humble.
What's going on, man? We got Chris Root all
Chris
this.
Root.
Good, Chris Root.
Everyone's just planning out their
Louisiana.
approach.
Lafayette.
Humble's going to have a very dynamic entrance. So
Dynamic.
Capture
It's a humble word, right?
Capture your attention, my friends.
Yeah,
I got
so-
my boy here, Jeff Wybo, Matt McKeever here. These guys are putting on an amazing conference at ORAC. We're going to bring you tons of value, and these guys are doing a great job. So make sure you're there. If you haven't got your tickets yet, it's not too late. You can get online, use coupon code HUMBLE, save $25 on your ticket. Peace.
So yeah, this is like this is one of those things where Jeff's always talking about set a date, just pick a date, make it happen, and it'll work out. And it's gonna work out. And it's gonna be like this.
This is incredible.
Like this is the biggest real estate conference in London, Ontario. Like.
Right? Yeah,
It's
Ontario Real Estate Conference, some would say.
Yeah, it's just like
Not the biggest.
It's
called
Ontario, right? And like it's just
and people are commenting like, this is legit. Like, it's at the convention center. International people are here speaking.
Yeah.
Look at like I said, the amount of staff that's running around working.
It looks like the stage is actually kind of empty right now. Let's just walk up there.
At the start of 2016, 4 years ago, I literally was a ghost on social media. Back in 2016, no one knew who I was. No one other than maybe my parents and best friends knew I was a real estate investor.
In my real estate business now, I legit only sell on social media. I do not sell anything else. I don't care about a sign. I don't print off any pieces of paper and hand it to you. Only social media. I've built my entire real estate agent business off social media.
Over the course of one single Instagram live video where I was walking through a property, I was actually able to raise $80,000.
Today, 4,000 to 5,000 people watch me every single day on YouTube. 1,000 people will watch my stories on Instagram. Over 500 will watch my stories on Facebook. I just envision that as, how could I possibly talk to 5,000 people a day one-on-one?
People lend me money for my real estate investments. If you didn't know, myself and Matt McKeever are in the apartment buying business right now, and we're buying a lot of units. So people lend us money for renovations, for deposits, and we pay interest on that. And I often share the interest payments on Instagram, which leads to more people reaching out to me wondering how they can get involved. And because of that, I was able to raise almost $1 million within the last 90 days.
Basically taking this business from zero to now we've done over $1.4 million in sales this year, and it's all been through social media. I've been actually able to attract all 6 of my top performing wholesalers and my back of house staff through social media, okay? All of it has been done through there and by showing the process.
The printing press, tele and radio communications, the internet, and then social media. These are the 4 big media revolutions that just changed the game as we know it. And right now, I'm in a giant land grab to try and get my hands on as much of the social media attention world as possible.
If you guys are not on social media, you have to do it. I don't care if you're a restaurant, you're an insurance agent, you're a real estate agent, you need to be on social media. It's the easiest way to branch out and talk to so many people.
If there was only one thing I could tell you guys, the one thing I would tell you is start today. Okay, yesterday was the best time to start. In fact, when you first even thought about your business idea, that was the best time to start. But the next best time is right now. If you start posting and start publishing your story today, I guarantee you will have results from social media so long as you stay consistent. So come and get your social proof.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take it.
So
here in the flesh. Anything you want to say on the morning of ORAC?
Yes, super excited to be here. It's going to be a fantastic time. People are just starting to trickle in. Our sponsors are setting up. We're going to have fun today, guys. It's going to be a lot of value. I can't wait, and I can't wait to tell all the stories at the end of this, Sunday night and all that, and say we did it. We did put on a great conference, and people came here and they made money from the networking, so can't wait. Let's do this. Now United.
With the money scepter.
It's sold at Would Dino buy it? I think. That's right. But then my buyers are in Edmonton,
with the power of like DocuSign, we'll just get it all done here, right? Where's Edmonton? Put me live. Put me on. Attention, everybody. Attention.
Good morning, everybody. We will be starting shortly in 5 minutes.
What do you guys think of the front row seating?
I'm excited to take a close-up view of Jeff Weibo's hair. It's going to be a good time.
All right, welcome everyone to OREC 2018.
Welcome, everybody.
So I'm Matt Peter.
Jeff Wybo.
And so, yeah, this is OREC. And as Jeff's been kind of joking for the last 2 years, or for the last 2 weeks, OREC didn't really exist until right this moment.
This second. It was a website for $20 that you guys all bought your stuff on.
So we're glad that we didn't turn out to be con artists. We appreciate everyone that came out. We really do. And so the big thing that we want to talk about is networking. And that's what this is all about. And it's about the people sitting to your left, to your right. It's about the connections you're going to make.
Put your hand up if you use the coupon code to buy your ticket, right? Probably about 95% of you, the other people couldn't figure out how PayPal worked. But what does that mean? That means you're linked to maybe me, maybe Matt, maybe one of our speakers. We got Kellen up here. It could be Sean Allen. It's one of our sponsors. That means, so you're 1 degree connected to them. That means you're just 1 more degree connected to Matt and I.
Or essentially anyone else here.
Right, so think about that when you look around. It's not Scott McGilvery's conference where just everybody's coming to look at his hair. You're coming to look at my hair. Right? So we're all about social media today, guys, so there's a lot of chances to win prizes
If you know us at all, you know that we're all about social media.
Obviously, a lot of you watch our YouTube and everything.
So let's do it with the crowd. Everyone feel free to wave, say hi.
Hey! Woo! Woo! That was horrible. Do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Awesome. So here's a $50 gift card, man, and we really appreciate it. Take the mic. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for coming out today. We really appreciate it. OREC 2019, way less stressful than OREC 2018.
Good morning, guys. Welcome.
So first of all, we just want to say thanks again because we really do view this as a community effort. We have some amazing sponsors and we highly encourage you talk to all of them. They're experts, they're specialized in a specific niche, and they have a lot that you guys can learn from. But in addition, just throughout this room, it's just filled with real people that are taking real action and getting real results. That's what we think really makes this event just completely different than any other real estate event currently going on, to the best of our knowledge, anywhere. And we love that we can do it in our home city of London, Ontario. Thank you, guys. So if you guys have watched my YouTube channel, you're probably very familiar with the concept that your net worth is directly impacted by your network. And we're huge believers in that. It's why we host these events. It's why we host weekly or monthly meetups. It's why we do YouTube, the social media influencing, all that. So we really encourage you guys to just meet as many people as possible, talk to them, learn from them, and really create deep, long-lasting connections.
Didn't really just do Facebook ads and just get random people that show up here. You're very well connected with us, and that's what we love, and that's why we think our OREC crowd is getting pretty top notch right now. So there's a lot of money out in this crowd, so make sure you guys talk to the people. And bonus, if you're here with like a spouse or something like that, you see them all the time, so split up with them. Go kill 2 birds with 1 stone and go have more conversations. That's you, John and Alicia.
and so I really want to hit home on that point Jeff made. You're only 1, 2, max 3 degrees of separation from anyone in this room. Odds are you probably know myself or Jeff directly or at least socially through social media, and we know pretty much every single person in this room. So that means you're just 1 degree of separation away from anyone else in this room. So really use that as a platform to just go talk to other people, because everyone here, they self-selected. They decided that they were going to invest an entire weekend just focused on real estate networking. So again, I just want to stress, the way you're going to get the most out of today's event, the way you're going to get the most out of this weekend is by just talking to as many people as possible and taking advantage of it, because we're all very busy people. We're all constantly out there in the real world trying to close real deals and make real money. So use this to build your network, to build the 5 people you're spending the most time with, because you are your environment. Whether you like it or not, the people that you spend time with, they directly influence you, they directly impact you.
What's up guys, Jeff Wybo here, and we are on the Weibo limo today. We have over 40 investors on the limo tour, and we're going to be seeing over $10 million worth of property, $10,758,383,000.69 to be exact. Let's go check it out. Let's go.
All right, here's the 411, folks. Say some gangster is dissing your fly girl. You just give
and
her
I'm with my fly girl, we feel amazing. And we getting high, girl, we steady blazing.
Oh, it's always an exciting day on the Weibo limo tour, and we're off to our first one. It's going to be a flip. The people can't finish the flip. They want us to take it over. There's still room for money to be made on this deal, so let's go check it out.
And I'm with my fly girl, we feel amazing. And we getting high, girl, we steady blazing. And I don't know why or how we gon' make it, but let's get it now, girl, I'm tired of waiting.
So, why should you come on a limo tour? Today's limo tour, it's all off-market properties, so they're not on the multiple listing service. So it's a little unique. This is why my buyers came out to view these properties. If you're a new investor, you definitely want to be showing up to this, because as you can kind of hear, everybody's networking right now, trading their secrets, asking about what properties they have and what's going on with renovations and tenants, and that's a really great networking day. And if you're an experienced investor, I got some really good deals for you guys on this tour that I put together. So if you guys are interested, you know where to find me, at Jeff Wybo on Instagram. I post there every single day, so get over there and follow the account. Text me, Jeff, when's the next limo tour? And tell me, maybe this one's in London, Ontario. Maybe you want me to come to your city. I'll come to your city and do a limo tour. Hey, so we are at a flip where the flippers couldn't continue on, so it's up for grabs to take over, and there's still room, an after repair value here.
My girl, we might pullin' all nighter, and when we playin' on some card, in her sights like a sniper, and she blowing on my flute like she be the Pied Piper. And everybody at my show know they mama invited. I got that fire ignited, I'm blowing up like some lightning. I'm going hard every night, get these rappers sipping on Nyquil, ayy, and they chill, I'm icy. Keep my shoes on spiky. Know my girl up Pisces, and I think her mama like me.
We're at property number 1. It's a flip off market for about $350. Opportunity for you guys to purchase, and the ARV is around $600,000. So there's a lot of room here, and you kind of get a blank slate here to get in here and do what you want. And we're in a good area where you can push the ARV at 600. You could push it even a bit higher, because it's a desirable little street here that people spend big money on. So you don't have to always just look at your neighbors on this street for direct comps. You can look further down and around the Wortley area in London, Ontario here for this. So this one's $350,000. Let's put that down here and let's start doing the running total for this tour. So yeah, that's this one. I could stay in here probably for an hour, but we have a busy day. Sit with somebody new, get on anything, and let's go.
My girl's excited. Let my girl drive my whip, cause Tesla's autopilot. Actually, you should probably just let me drive. At least my songs are getting some plays. Record our verse and send it to space. Come back with hits and bloods to the face.
Property number 2. We're at a duplex in the Blackfriars area here, and it's going to be $525,000. Let's update the tally going on here, and we got 3 beds down, 3 beds up, in a pretty good area for student rentals, Airbnb, and all that. So off market here. It's going to be going on the market shortly with Nigel Phillips in my office, but let's go check it out.
Up, down, jump, jump, side to side. I need a bad girl that's always down to ride. When she get into trouble, I'ma be that guy. I'm here to save the day, cause my life is just a video game.
Alright guys, let's get on to property number 3.
My life's just a video game. My life's just a video game.
What's up guys, we're at property number 3. It's $819,000. Let's update and let's get into it. This is a sixplex we're gonna go check out.
My life's just a video game. My life's just a video.
We're just getting out of this one. Now guys, I gotta pull up my notes here. We are going to a 32 unit off-market property. We're just gonna do a drive-by because it's a little complicated. 3,544,383,069 That's where we got the 69 cents from. 32 units, almost like 110,000 a unit. This is property number 5's $260,000, 2-bedroom. We're gonna go check it out. It'd be good for an Airbnb or student rental. It was a score. It's pretty hard to find a property in London, Ontario under $300,000 in a decent area. And we did it on the limo tour. What's really neat about this property, there's a stained glass in here. And when you're renting out your properties, you want there to be a wow factor, and that's pretty cool. You could really tidy this place up, and it would look really cool on Airbnb listing or any rental listing that you have online. Beautiful property, but everybody's hungry right now. We're gonna go have lunch with my lawyer, Rod, and he's got us nice little surprises for us. So let's get these guys fed over at the lawyer's office.
So I'm sitting down with Jeff Wybo. If you guys haven't met Jeff Wybo on my YouTube channel yet, this is Jeff Wybo.
What's up, guys?
So Jeff and I used to do these sit downs all the time and kind of chat about the market, the updates, things of that nature. In fact, I can very clearly remember a video either late 2017 or early 2018 where Jeff and I were talking about how hot the London, Ontario real estate market was. And back then we were kind of predicting that we thought that that trend would continue throughout the year. But if I remember correctly, we weren't sure how long it could sustain. So before we get into what we expect for 2020's real estate market, let's just catch up on what happened in 2018 and 2019. It went up.
Right.
A lot. In fact, London right now is one of the fastest appreciating markets in Canada. We're often seeing double-digit appreciation. It's pretty crazy what's been going on in the market. And to think way back when Jeff and I first met in 2016, at that time, I kind of felt like the market was heating up a little bit.
The only thing that went down was our bottle of scotch.
Yeah.
So if you guys didn't know, Matt McKeever did enjoy scotch back then. That was one of our YouTube things we tried to show you guys that we are human, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. But it's only been shooting up since then, and with the warmer weather right now, it's just. This winter as well, it's not even, nothing's going away.
That's something interesting to note. Like I used to always talk about on my YouTube channel, my favorite time of year is when it's super snowy to buy real estate. You know, we'd often joke and often would make Christmas Eve or Christmas Day offers. I made one on Boxing Day this year. So it's still a great time of year to buy, but because the weather's been so mild, it keeps a lot of the retail buyers continue to come out when the weather's mild, whereas when it is really snowy, when it's really blustery, when we've got a foot or more of snow, all those retail buyers stay at home. All right, YouTube, so I'm here with Jeff Wybo, your favorite realtor. Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
Hey, a good person on your channel, finally.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while, right? It's been hard to coordinate. You live like 4 houses down.
I know. You're a busy man to get a hold of.
Yes.
So I appreciate it. I'm on a channel with 60,000 subscribers. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's huge. And it's crazy to think that you were there day one on my YouTube channel as well, right? So literally going back to the first Weibo limo tour, that was one of the first 3 videos I released. And the third video I released that day was the getting bit by fleas. So you were off on that video a little bit.
Yeah, definitely the subject matter. We both got the fleas on us. I had pants on, you had shorts on. You guys got to go back and watch that video on Matt's channel if you haven't. You'll see a babyface Matt getting bit by fleas. Yeah. But yeah, I remember I was always about the Instagram, and Matt McKeever was doing this YouTube thing, and I'm like, YouTube? What was that for, like watching movie trailers? And it turns out it's quite the business. So yeah, I'm really appreciative to be on your channel right now. And with COVID and everything, it's been pretty hard to coordinate, but that's why we're kind of doing a StreamYard right now, just to tell you guys what we got going on a bit.
And so I thought it'd be fun to kind of look back a bit. So Jeff and I first really got to know each other at the start of 2016. I think maybe our first official meeting was like February 2016, where we met up at the London Club and talked about real estate investing and just kind of shared both of our experiences. And over the course of like the next year and a half, we just continued to grow our relationship, grow our bonds, things of that nature. But I think around the end of it must have been in 2017 because I was still drinking. So in 2017, I think one late night of drinking, you and I, like, we just like drew out this master plan, and we ended up coming up. Yeah, we come up with a lot of master plans, guys. And this one was a great idea, and it was called Project 100. And so the idea behind Project 100 was Jeff and I would build a real estate portfolio worth $100 million. And that was going to consist of, I believe, 1,000 units in London, Ontario. And that was the whole premise of Project 100. And we kind of mapped it out, and we were like, within 5 years, we can do this thing, and it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be awesome.
And we like set aside some time, and we're studying a certain amount of properties. We're trying to like hit up some landlords, but we kind of like ran into a bit of a problem. We got pulled in too many different directions on our other projects. So Project 100 didn't execute the way if nothing else was going on in our life, I'm sure we could do it. But we had too many things going on. The Weibo limo tour, your channel. We decided to do the Ontario Real Estate Conference at one point too. Yeah. Twice, 3 times kind of, if you count Windsor.
Mm-hmm. And so what's interesting to me is literally for about a year, Project 100 just languished. Actually, probably closer to a year and a half, it just languished. And we really did nothing with it other than occasionally talk about it or like look back and laugh about like, man, that would have been great had we, done that. But I think also a big part of that was you and I still had a lot of limiting beliefs back in 2017 that I think 2019 us didn't have. And in particular, what comes to mind is we were still thinking like we somehow had to use our money in order to really make this happen, right? And we're like, well, I guess like we'll buy a couple small properties first and we'll slowly eke our way up and some refinances and this, that, and the other. And by the time 2019 rolled around, when we restarted Project 100 and actually started buying real apartment buildings and started building towards that 1,000 unit count, by that point in time, we literally took an almost the exact opposite approach. So for myself and the new company we've started that is now actually buying apartment buildings, not just thinking about it, I haven't put a single dollar into that business.
It is fascinating and amazing once you start using other people's money. And it seems to be such a scary concept to some people, but yeah, something will just click in your mind as investors right now. And you're like, yeah, why am I using my own money? Why am I driving over there to go do that? And when you start just commanding it like it's this giant operation and you're like the manager of buying the properties and the manager of controlling the property, it gets really fun. And now my biggest problem is just finding more product to purchase. That's all. So basically, if you guys don't know, I'm kind of focusing right now on in Matt's business, buying the large buildings right now so that Matt can hang out with you guys on YouTube and work on the cash flow tribe right now. But that is my main goal, and I'm doing with our business partners.
Guys, did you enjoy that amazing video with Jeff? Because if so, we've got some good news for you. We've got a lot more compilation videos coming, so make sure you've hit that notification bell and buckle up because you're going to have a very fun Christmas.